Hello, how are you guys doing today? It's week two of doing something. This week was weird. It seemed a very, very big week, but that's a good thing and a bad thing. So we'll get started with all of that. So, yeah, awesome. So this time I have a script with me that I don't go off topic because last time it was a fucking 20 minutes video. I don't want you guys to suffer. Alright, so let's get on topic. So we're gonna start with the thing which I realized on Monday itself. It was that we have to shut down company brain. It was a nice 2 weeks that journey which I had, but actually 1 week journey. But I realized that a lot of things about that which we'll talk. If you want a detailed interview, like detailed things I've written down on that, you can go and check out my Substack. I wrote a very detailed article, but I don't want to waste your time on that, so I'll just start telling about a little bit of things. So the first thing which I realized was, in startups or in anything, you have to fall in love with the problem. You have to fall in love with the problem you're solving, then the solution you're offering, because solution will keep changing based on outcomes. If you get some crazy things which can solve the problem much better, you will choose that because you love the problem, not the solution. In the startup, I think I loved AI agents and all of that more than the actual idea or actual problem, which was losing the context between things. And it is not bad, it can be good sometimes, but it turns out that I don't have that motivation, that that factor that I'll do something crazy is just because I don't like that problem. I don't think so I'll work on this problem for next 1 year or 2 years. That was a point when I thought, like, yeah, maybe this idea is not for me, right? Which makes me answer my second point, which was the connecting the dots. All right, so I have in my article written a very nicely about my cold drink business, which I used to do. But in basic sense, is that was a firm believer that idea doesn't matter, execution matters. But I think I'll change that a little bit. It's more that idea matters or execution matters. Actually, both of them doesn't matter. What matters is the problem, how much people have that problem, how frequently it has, and what sector of people have that. Because every problem would be a problem to someone very specific. There might be some people out there which will have a problem of context management, but because I just made that problem, that because I made a solution of the problem, I don't know which people they are. I can go ahead and, like, talk to every person on the planet who does every occupation. But the fact was, I was not that ambitious. I didn't like that much of this problem. So I left the idea, I left everything. It was actually very good that I left it early, and I itself, I made the decision in one day that I don't want to do this, you know, and it was weird because Friday, which means 3 days ago, I was talking to someone who said, "Wow, what idea!" Right. So it was a person who we reached out for company brain, and he lives in US. He was a very big robotics person. He makes a lot of robots, and he said that what a crazy idea. I love to have ideas, and a lot of meetings context get lost because of the sheer management and difference between online meetings and offline robots, right? And I was like, sure, like, I would love to create you a demo. I was actually reluctant a little bit because I did not want to do that. I didn't want to go back to the thing which I just closed, right? But he seemed very optimistic. He was really, he was convincing me of the idea that I should do that. Now, either it was like he's very, optimistic, and I don't know. I don't have any much time, so like any much time to do anything. Like, I don't. Sorry, what the fuck. I I have a lot of free time that have nothing to do. So let it just make a demo for him next week. Nothing matters, right? So that's just something which we'll do next week, is just to create a small tangible product that if he thinks he likes, then he might actually keep paying, and then a new set of things we can see, right? But that was the whole company brain. Uh, then what I thought I'll do is actually what I have been doing so far, but a little bit different. What I'll do is build things, build a lot of things which I've been doing for past 7 years, but build these things as a loop. I'll go build something, talk to people about that, and iterate on that, and then I'll talk to users about that and iterate on that. If the users don't like, I don't like, product done. We go to next product. I don't know if it work. I don't know if this is a very good strategy, but I think it's a big, like, it's a good strategy just to do anything in life and get started, do anything and get some good ideas, because in my, see my article again, I don't want to bore you with stuff, but you can just read my article and you'll get to know how I know about connecting the dots. I'll give you an example of Farza, how he started doing Make Something, right? After doing Make Something, he got the idea of teaching people. So he, after that, started going to teach people, right? And after that, he realized, oh, we can actually make agents which can teach people on their laptop. And he started with the Hey Clicky, right? And then he started Hey Clicky. So these, you can never connect dots by looking forwards. You can always do looking backwards, right? So you can always see, okay, I want to teach people. Can I do it much better? He loves the problem more the solution, as I said, right? Which brings me to a random idea which I had was having Hey Clicky on your mobile. And it was a random idea. I was like, I really like Hey Clicky. I really like how they do that stuff. But it'd be so cool if I can show that on phone. I had nothing. I had no use case, nothing. I just randomly had this energy in me, and so I built it, right? So the demo video would be like, I made that in like 2-3 days, and the demo would be out in like, I hope tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because I was lazy and I did not make demo. Actually, we'll come on that, but for the Clicky, it was a basic idea that you just have on your phone. I thought it'd be very cool for people who doesn't know you how to use phones to use phone properly, because it has cursors and all of that to teach. But I even showed to my family. My family was my first customers. My father was really happy about that. He, I'll share a photo. He was really happy. He was doing a lot of these use cases. He was clicking. He had a camera on a notebook, and he was saying, like, summarize this, right? So a lot of crazy outcome or use case came from that, but I think we can do much better. Then I saw one of the persons while I was scrolling today only, like 3 hours ago. I saw someone make the same thing. I was angry, bro. I was angry as fuck that why is someone doing what I am doing, because while making this, I did not have a solution. I did not think that I am making this to solve the people's problem. I thought that I'll just do this, so I have, a crazy tool which people like. I like to show to people, which would be cool. And if something happens, I can show that to Farza, and Farza can invite me to SF, and then he hires me, and he's like, "Hey Shred, you're doing so cool work. Come SF, work with me." Bang. But like, yeah. So even though I'll be really honest, he's my friend. I reached out to him. I was like, "Hey, we're working on the same thing. You want to have an APK for this, right?" But I'll be honest. I don't want to lie to you or to myself. I was envious, okay, because he is getting a lot of views for that. I don't even know if I'll post this video tomorrow, I'll get any views or not. But yeah, but that made me also have like free of guilt, or have some things like, if the video did not go viral, and I only have like 10 paying customers, or not even paying customers, 10 customers who don't want to pay right now, who just want to work on the user, like just see that and do that. I think that'd be cool. And I got weird sense. I got a lot of crazy ideas. I got a lot of crazy ideas about how I can make the agent better. And that's the funny part. Some, of course, I took some part from his app, and I saw his app. But after using my app and his app, there's sort of so many things which I can do, mix of both, and something which is completely unique. And then I realized that this app, which I was actually using, I was actually using this app a lot because it's so fun. It's just genuinely so fun. You have like this little clicky line, you click it and you can just talk to it. And I'm using GPT real time. So what it is actually very expensive. It's like $30 to $64 mil out, which is really expensive. I finished my $5 like right now. So I have to actually go through, and before I give to people, I have to have that option to. It's a cheaper model so that I don't lose money, of course, too much money. But yeah, in general, it was actually a very fun week. I just hope that next week I have something. I really hope the guy which I showed will love the product, will love Shritpedia, or I should say Company Brain, even though the Company Brain is dead. I don't know. And the clicky thing, I hope I have 10 customers. I don't even want money right now. I just want to have something which people will love. working on, and then slowly we can charge them money, or I can charge money after first iteration, second iteration, until people love it, right? So that's my use, that's my brain working. And I don't know, I actually don't know anything. I don't know if I'll be rich from this or not, but I really liked working on this all stuff. Yeah, true. The week was nice. I did not actually do anything much, but it was actually fun because out of the whole week, 3 to 4 times I went out. I spent a lot of time with the family, with my relatives, with my friends, and matter of fact, I had a lot of fun with, like, it was really productive as well. So yeah, a fun week. But I don't know how next week look like. But yeah, that is all for this. I tried to keep it really short.